hate you. You did it again. Oh, it didn't move that much. It didn't move that much. You sit in your lap. You don't want your glasses? You don't need to see?
No, I don't.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Ready. Okay. So this video blog series. No, this is not a series. This video will be a request that both April and I have received, and get asked all the time, actually, pretty regularly. I'm gonna read the question. I will not name who asked the question, but I will read the entire question. And if the person cares to, at least on Facebook, mention who they are, by all means. Love you, sis. But here's the question. Thank you. Oh, she was asking because she asked me a question and she started with thank you. I just want to know from you how you handle being a married woman and yet being a best friend to April. Finding time to be there for her and keeping your relationship. I ask that because now that I'm getting married, I feel like I won't be able to be there for my best friend anymore. She's barely getting to know the Lord, and I feel like I don't want to leave her by herself, and I hope this doesn't sound silly. I've known her since the 9th grade, and I'm really concerned that I'll miss spending so much time with her. So I asked if it was okay to answer it in a video, and my sis said yes. So we thought we would do this in a video. And do you want to mention kind of the situation that you were asked?
I got asked a similar question, but it was kind of a remix, thrown in the washer and then in the dryer and tumble dry. And then put on the line type of version. Basically asking the same thing, but I would get calls bi-weekly, sometimes monthly, from someone just venting about a friend, their best friend, and then asks, well, I call you all the time talking about her, but you never call me about Destiny. Well, sorry, I don't have nothing to say. That's our relationship. You're telling me this stuff. You might need to tell them or just reevaluate the relationship, because 2 years or a few months or hanging out with somebody every day for a week does not make you best friends. I hate the term best friends, because I the only way to label our relationship is best friends, because that's what people can relate to. We're closer than that. So.
But yeah, we
It was just
like our families are intertwined. Yeah, but I mean, and I have, you know, 2 best friends. You know, as does April. We have friends that we made in our college years, or a very close friend that we made in our college years. My other best friend's name is Susanna Hutton Hadley. She's newly married, and I'll touch on Sue, even though she's not here. I know she's here in spirit. We're like the Three Stooges when we get together. And then
probably doing this right now.
Yeah, Sue would probably be throwing up Oak Ridge. And we've befriended each other's, and we'll get into that, each other's other friend. Do you want to mention your other best?
Mine is Kirsten.
Kirsten who?
Jordan.
Kirsten Jordan.
She's also been married too. So just imagine being the one that's getting invited and getting dresses and
all that
buying
good
gifts
stuff.
and
Cause that's
Showers.
3. Gosh, cause that's Kiki, me, and Sue.
Yes, it is.
You're the prize jewel.
I guess.
Trust me. If you are looking to court my best friend, you are going to have to come correct. And I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there.
All right, then let's not go there.
Can I go there?
You said you.
I want to go there. I'm gonna go there. I get a lot of messages, and I tell April about this. I get a lot of messages.
Some of them she tells me.
You're right. Some of them just are not. Some of them just take that to the Lord in prayer before you come to me, because that was uber whacktacular. Yes, that's what I meant when I said, can I go there? And I'm not. You know what, Lord, I hear you. I'm not even gonna go there. So, hey Kiki. Hi Sue. We love you. There he is. I said that he hadn't gotten ignorant yet. There he is. Hi Jazzy.
It's Princess Jasmine.
Princess Jasmine. Pickles. That's my dog. He's saying hi to Sue and to Kirsten. But okay, so into the question, all seriousness. When you are close to someone for nearly 17, let me let him out before he acts a fool. Don't start. When you're close to somebody for 17 years, it's not really realistic to think that our friendship would just fall apart because I got married. Because I just didn't get married overnight. David, I've known for 10 years. 10 plus years now. And April has known David. April's family knows David. It's not like it's new. But when it comes to our friendship though, April and I don't have to be like right here on each other, like
It's too close.
yeah, on the tit per se, as we say. Leave her alone, Jazzy. In order to have a relationship, we go back and forth on Twitter. Our Facebook inbox is hilarious. We have lunch dates, dinner dates. I see her all the time. I mean, and it's healthy, I think, for us to have time apart. Do you think?
Yeah.
It's healthier for us to have time apart.
Especially with you being married and stuff.
Yeah, I am married. But April also has a relationship with my husband. Pause. She has a sibling relationship.
Clear that up, please.
We are not swanging. He has a brother-sister relationship with her, and they have their jokes. They have gone to movies that I do not want to see together, and, you know, they have a relationship. So from a married standpoint, don't feel like you're betraying your friends because you put your husband first. Because my husband is first. That was hard. I cried. Y'all saw my wedding. If you were there. If you weren't, you weren't. But it was hard. There was an umbilical cord that was cut. I mean, we lived together. People, let's clear this.
I do not live here, okay? I don't live here. They are married, okay? I do not live in 220, okay? I moved out before they even got married. I don't live here. I don't live here. That's just wrong. I would do that. No. God, I don't live here. Stop sending my mail here. Stop it.
She does not live here.
Yeah, people really do ask that.
People do.
They still ask.
As frequently
I'm not their child.
Like, you are not my child.
I'm not they child.
As frequently as like last week, somebody has asked if April lives with us, and no, she doesn't. Now, when she did because she relocated here. Thank you, Jesus, for a free spirit of Shreveport. Cast it out in his name. Thank you. Shreveport released the hold that it had on the Ford. And she relocated here. So, of course, immediate relocation. You know, she moved in with us. And then I got sick. And I didn't just get a little bit sick. And I haven't decided if I'm going to record that video or not. So, don't ask, because I'm not going to tell. I'll give my testimony to anybody. Because God did an amazing thing in me with that. But I don't think it's quite appropriate yet to just record and put out there for the John Q public to see, unless I'm able to give my testimony. And YouTube is not quite safe for my testimony, although I wish it was. But April being there was a big help, because I laugh and call her, you know, she was my home health nurse per se, because I would pass out on a whim. I was taking a lot of medication, so she was able to truly be there for me as a friend. But she also, it's almost like it was two apartments in one, though, because even living together, we weren't up under each other like that. But our relationship has never really been like that. April and I have gone months when we were in college, months, not talking to each other. Not because I didn't want to talk to her, because I didn't love her, but she was a biology major, and I was at Spelman. Period. That in itself is a lot. And but when we talked to each other, it was like the conversation picked up and left off, you know, or picked up where it left off. So for me, I think you have to respect your friendship enough to know that it's not going to waver because you're married or because you're getting married. It's not like you're going through something bad, like you're doing drugs or you're going out for a night of prostitution or something like that. You're getting married. You know, you are entering into another covenant. It's amazing what you're going through, and I know that your friend would only be supportive. I mean, to have the years that you have in your relationship, I would only imagine that that's support that's there. April was my maid of honor. God bless her. Bless her. She gained a lot of jewels in her crown during the planning of my wedding. It was beautiful. We had a blast. We danced. Y'all saw the pictures.
I'm glad they married now.
we celebrate that there is no more wedding planning. I was not a bridezilla. But I
was a Mozilla.
Yeah, she was a Mozilla.
I was a Mozilla.
And that would be maid of honor Zilla.
Yeah.
And she kept me from being arrested for murder, basically. Weddings are frustrating. So I will tell you that with your wedding, let your friend be there for you. You know, I don't know if she's in your wedding party, or if she's your maid of honor. If she's not, do not feel obligated. That's something that you do that's personal, that you make as a request that you want. Don't feel like, you know, because you are... Jazzy is doing something really random. What is he chewing? Oh, he's chewing on that Frisbee. Random dog. April was my maid of honor. I proposed to her. She won't wear her maid of honor ring.
You found it. She found it under like some crap.
It doesn't matter where
some crap under some crap.
It doesn't matter
Don't
where.
even fit. Still waiting on my diamond encrusted watch.
You ain't getting it. You ain't getting it. She ain't getting it. our relationship, as you can see, okay, just even looking at the video and just looking at interactions with us, we have a sister relationship. We still will sleep in the same bed. She doesn't like it, but she has to deal with it. We violate each other. We will not go into detail how, but our relationship is so random. I violate Susanna too. Have I violated Kiki?
I don't think so, because we've been in public area.
That don't mean nothing.
Oh.
Have I ever violated?
I don't think so.
I don't think I violated you, Kiki. In due time. That's on my to-do list. Our relationship, all that to say, our relationship is too close to waver. So, evaluate your friendship.
Yeah, I was going to say that. You got to know your friendship.
Yeah. And know your friendship and know your friend. Because there are times like where we will have a break and I'll know something is going on with April. And I'll just pick up stuff and just go. Now, in all that saying how she doesn't live here, she does live close. Like within walking distance close. She has a key. I have a key. But we just don't sit up under each other. But we're able to get to each other if something's going on. Jazzy, leave her alone. Get down. So make sure that you still have time for your friend in the respect that you still go do things. You still maybe go by our house and hang out. We are good for opening a bottle of wine and unwinding. We will go do stuff with other friends. I can't name all of y'all. It's a
Don't
clan.
be stingy with your friend. Don't be
touch
stingy.
on that. Just take that.
Yeah, people are real possessive because that's my best friend. You don't grow as a person unless you have different people in your life.
Right.
So you have to be secure enough in your relationship to see your friend go off and hang out with somebody else without you, but still know that ain't nobody stealing them.
Yeah. Because
they don't belong to you.
Yeah, April's not my property. Although I am very possessive. And I know what I just said. April's not my property, but I am very possessive. I am protective. I am not ashamed to say that. And she's the same way. I'm not just gonna let you run up and now if you just somebody random that then came out the John Q Public and you just want to be April. Whoa, what are your intentions? Where did you come from? Who are you? And what are you doing? Because a friend allows, like she said, for people to get to know other people. She and Susanna, they don't sit and talk on the phone or anything like that or email or anything like that, but they have, I will say, I feel like y'all have a relationship. And Kirsten and I have a relationship. We used to talk on the phone, more regularly than we do now. And we've tried to Skype all together. That was a hot mess.
Fail.
Ovu, hot mess. Fail. To the point where Kirsten tried to hold her computer screen in front of a mirror to get us all on a conversation together. And I told you, ma'am, that you would hear about that again. But that's how you enjoy a friend, with other people. But also be cognizant of who your friend is around, because I know that you mentioned and I still want you to touch on your friend who asked you the question, but I guess I'll just use mine talking to her. Be cognizant of the people that your friend is around, because I did remember you said that she is new in her walk with the Lord. Now, God placed you in her life and her in yours for a reason. I don't like when people say things are just for a season, because who's there to quantify and qualify what a season is and how long a season is? Or is a season even quantified or qualified by time? whole nother story. But be there for your friend. Don't negate a friendship that is maturing when it comes to the Lord. There's nothing even really else to say about that, from that standpoint. Of course, don't just let the hand go because, I'm going to get married. Because I don't think that's what you're doing. And I think that's how you feel like it's going to be perceived. It's like you're saying, I'm married. I ain't got time for you. Because we dramatic like that. One more time. I'm married. I ain't got time for you. It's not that. That's... Okay, come back. That's... Because I do. I love her to death. Have I ever made you feel like that, though? Have you ever felt like that?
No, I haven't. I knew that you were married, so I need to fall back.
A little bit?
Yeah.
But that's a conversation that we had, though.
Yeah.
That's a conversation that needs to be had, though. Is if we don't do da-da-da-da-da.
It doesn't mean
that I don't love you. My husband comes first. I will tell anybody, I have had disagreements with my mother. My husband comes first. I don't care. Yeah, and she comes second. And that's to his family. Yes, Lord. That's to his family. That's to my family. That's to my friends. That's to anybody. My husband and his wife comes first. Because that's the covenant. That's what you made with God. Let's interject Tim Ross into this because that's our foundation. I can't talk about him because I get starts getting misty, so I can't do that. But he gave us that God, your husband, the wife. Okay? It balanced, and then the friend. The friend. Your relationship, that's how it was designed to be. I'm not going to touch on that because I'm not going to preach today because I'm not a preacher. I'm not a preacher. I am not a preacher. And I'm not going to preach at you. But, speaking to the person who asked me the question, sis, your relationship with God. Your relationship with your friend. You have an amazing... April and Jazzy are fighting. So, not that one. That one. But she killed my dog. There is a amazing man waiting to call you his wife. Amazing. I love him to death. I do. And he deserves all that there is of you. So, know how to separate a friend and a husband. That's not even on the same playing field. And spend time with them accordingly. Now, your friend has a different situation. So, I have touched on my boo. I love you. Justin Bieber hearts, I love you. But I want you to touch on your friend. Because I have been around when friend calls and texts and calls and texts. But so your situation is different. And it's a bit more clingy from what I understand. Did I say that? I meant to say that.
Yeah. I
didn't mean to not say that. But it's a bit more clingy. So touch and agree on that. Because that's something that I think you're going to get released from something.
I think a lot of people are in this situation and don't even realize it. I've been around a lot of people that bounced around from best friend to best friend to best friend. Everybody was their best friend. And they were possessive of their best friend. I've been like that before.
Their bestie.
Yeah, their bestie. Their BFF. BFFF. BFFE. Yeah, all of that. But the moment they had a disagreement, it was like car doors slamming. We're not friends anymore. Our friendship is deleted. Like,
I'm deleting you on
we are not friends anymore. And then like a month later, they best friends. They going out. I love you. Okay, yeah, that's nice to meet you. But y'all best friends already? I saw that argument. You called me. You told me that y'all weren't friends anymore. So that's something else entirely. But to be friends with someone and be the maid of honor in their wedding.
Come into the light.
To be the maid of honor in the wedding, and then within 2 years you can't stand this person, and then all of a sudden you have another best friend, and the same situation that was going on with that person is now going on with this new bride. Just so happens to be another bride, and you're in this wedding as well, and I'm getting the same phone calls about the same thing, and I'm telling you the same stuff. So
Would you say it's a behavior? Is it a mentality?
It's like they're addicted to it.
Addicted to
Like,
to having a tumultuous relationship?
Yeah, like
Okay.
always having to have a talk about something. Well, I just need to talk to you. We just need to sit down and talk about this.
No,
That
that's
kind
good.
of thing.
That you will murder a friendship like that with always needing to talk. There is one thing to pick up the phone and call somebody and talk about something, and pick up the phone and say, I need to talk. There is
Shut
a
down.
negative connotation with that. You hear the insert neck roll. Because, Jazzy, move. Because there's just no reason for there to be so much animosity and tumultuous behavior in a best situation. This is your best. Absolute best.
Just
And you
chop
got-
that off
yeah,
and
you
slide
just-
it to the side.
next,
Just say friend.
next.
That would make a little bit more sense, at least to me, because people
Because
just
I have
slap
people
friend
that-
on everything.
Yeah, I have people that I absolutely love, cherish my relationship with them. But to put a best on it, or to emphatically ride or die, which I'm gonna ride or die for any friend that I have, because that's the type of friend that I am. But everybody's not your best friend. I.e., won't say her name, but the little one. The little friend
Oh, yeah.
from years ago. A little friend. Love her.
Yeah.
Still love her. Still love her. And she just got married. Congratulations, little one. If you see this by any means, I'm sure, I don't know. You just don't, the world is small. So I don't know, you could see this. And the little one will know who she is when she sees this. I unfairly, both of us unfairly jumped into a best friend mentality and put all these expectations that you have of a best friend on somebody who hasn't proven that to you, that they can be there for that. They haven't proven that they have the qualities, that you have their trust, their allegiance.
You don't go through enough stuff in a year or 2 years.
Yeah.
Maybe even 3 years for some people to be able to say, yes, that's my best friend. That's ride or die.
Because you
gotta
haven't
go
been
through
through
some stuff.
nothing. Yeah, you haven't really. What have you been through? And not that I'm here to say that if you've only known somebody for a year or two, that they can't end up being your best friend. Just like April said, cut the title out. The only reason I ever say my best friend April, or April's my best friend, or if I just say April, you know that that's my best friend. But it's because it puts a perspective, maybe, if I'm talking to somebody else and I say my best friend, just so you know, this is somebody who I expect blood from. Blood is going to shed. If something happens with her, to her, no matter what time in the morning, I'm going to do that for a friend. But I don't know for sure, are they going to do that for me? I know the kind of person I am. But are they going to do that for me? I don't know. Her? Okay. Mess with it if you want to. Mess with it if you want to. You've been warned. That is on both sides. I think like your friend has that possession issue. It's mine. And if you don't give it to me, I'm going to take it, or you can have it. That's the dismissal. Seems like it's well, if you're going to do that, then I don't want to be friends with you anymore. First of all, you are in your 20s. I'm not fooling around with these little 106 and Park kids. We talking about a grown woman, grown women, and men. Your mentality changes. You can't think that somebody is going to just dismiss a situation because someone else comes into the picture if you're an adult. Now, child-minded, then you need to reevaluate everything.
You just start from scratch.
You need to start, from scratch and just reevaluate that situation. But with your friend's situation, I think me personally, what do you think? All just needs to be scrapped.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Just scrap it.
It's like you just grabbed a person, dropped them
into a situation,
gave them a best friend T-shirt, and just went with it. And now you're disappointed.
Yeah. Because that person showed you who they were. Well, you should have found out who they were before. And I'm not here to judge you, friend, because I'm sure I know that you'll see this, because A, we're probably gonna send it to you, and B, you knew that it was coming. But you see how the situations are different between my friend, who's also a friend, and your friend. Like, those situations are different. To my friend, do you see the difference? You have somebody who doesn't really know somebody, but wants to blame the change in the relationship on marriage. And then you have somebody who loves and cherishes, and that you have long-term friendship or relationship with, and naturally you're concerned, but you've nurtured that relationship enough to know that that's going to be there. This is going to be there forever. Can we say this? We have argued before. We disagree. She has put her hands on me violently, slammed me against the wall. I'm done. Just so you know. That little arm is strong. We have had disagreements. You will have disagreements. You will feel alone as the friend.
Hey, but you gotta know when to fall back.
You'd have to know when to fall back. And just respect the relationship and the friendship and the covenant.
It's different.
Yeah.
It's definitely different, but it makes sense now. If you understand that.
Like, it makes sense for there to be space to some degree, because I'm married. But
it makes sense for there to be a husband.
Yeah.
I think it'd be weird now if there wasn't. But not like married then, not married, but if there was never a wedding or a David, I think it'd be weird
to still be
up. For one of us,
I see what you're saying. To still be up under, to still be all the way up under each other, like we are in the 6th grade, and dressing alike, and
Destiny copying everything that I say.
I did not. Anyway, she's lying. You tried it. She's lying, and we were bullied together.
I hope y'all see this too.
Yeah, you bullies.
You were mean to us.
You were very mean to us, and you're on my Facebook friend list.
You're a Facebook stalker.
Fun tea to me. Can we touch on that just for a second? Please do not take Facebook and give it your life. Don't do that. and this is coming from somebody who, yes, I live on Facebook. I'm just social media. I'm a communicator, so it's nothing for me to tweet and then it update my Facebook, or for me to talk to people on Facebook, or for me to message somebody on Facebook, or video. I've had a video phone call with somebody through Facebook, and to use all that stuff. There's a difference in using a social network and becoming a social network. Do not say and think that if somebody doesn't talk to you on Facebook anymore, that they don't mean to be your friend, or because they're married that they're going to act different on, because of Facebook and Facebook this and Facebook, let it go. Let it go. I have seen marriages end behind Facebook, and that is a hot expletive mess. And you pick your expletive. That's a hot mess that you would let even a friendship end behind something said or done on Facebook.
On the Facebook.
On Facebook. Or on Twitter.
On the Twitter.
How do you do that? How do you do that? Don't do that. Cherish your relationship here. Do that. Don't make your communication only be on the phone or on the internet or via email or via text, because you know what? You can't in any other version other than the phone, you can't derive intent or attitude in text. You can read something and it be something totally different than what the person was trying to say, but because you read it, you thought, or because you asked to spend time with them and they didn't answer immediately, that they were ignoring you because they're married. Everything becomes because they're married. Because they're married. It's not like that.
Well,
always.
Well, if I call and I don't get an answer, then I don't try to set my hair on fire. So
you would burn down.
Yeah.
With these
But
boots.
I mean, because you're married is the reason most of the time.
Well, yeah.
You have to,
but you see how you're looking at that though? You're looking at that from the friend saying, I respect it. That's where you put respect in. I respect it because I know she's married. Not she ain't answering the phone because she's married now. She don't want to. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
But see, that's good though. You can see it from how a reasonable friend who knows me respects that if I don't answer her call immediately, that because I'm married, anything could be going on. Yes, Lord. Anything.
I don't use my key either. I knock.
And she calls first.
I call.
Why? Because I'm married. But friend that doesn't really know friend, no time, no investment. Oh, you not answering the phone. See how the neck roll went in? You see that? Oh, you don't answer the phone because you married. She done changed because she's married. Why is it negative because she's married? You need to check that. Check that, and then you probably will end up changing friends if again if that's something that you don't check. So yeah, I will tag our I will tag our funny best friend tag right here. We did a tag video for best friend tag, and so you can get to know just about our friendship and stuff like that. It's funny. It actually I haven't even watched it back yet, but it's pretty funny just thinking about it. It'll be up here, and then yeah, that's it. You good? Do you want to share anything else? That you love me?
I got nothing.
This is for Barbara and James Ford.
I don't do physical contact very well either.
She loves me.
I've just learned to accept it and just let it happen.
I
And
love
pretty
you,
soon
girl.
something offensive will happen and she'll pull away.
Get off! Goodbye. She's rude.